Good afternoon to all the Colonia Country Club members. This is Casey O'Reilly, Golf Pro Colonia Country Club. Today is Tuesday, August 23rd. We're in the back bunker here on hole number 17 at Colonia, par 4, and the pin is all the way on the front of the green. So we're a good 50 feet away from the hole. We're in the bunker. We got to get some air time, and we got to get the ball all the way to the hole. So I'm going to show you a couple fundamentals and the proper technique to hit this shot out of the bunker with some height, with some spin, and hopefully hit it close to the hole. So what I recommend is I use my 56-degree sand wedge for this long of a bunker shot, and I want to use the bounce of the club. So what I try to do in this shot is, the first thing I do before I grip the club is I open the club face, and that exposes the bounce. We don't want to hit it with the leading edge. So we're going to open the club face a little bit, so square to open, and then grip it. So there you go. Now we have the bounce exposed. The next thing is you got to get your feet quite a bit in the sand. Probably a good 2 inches. So we hit the sand. If we just stood normal, we would just hit the ball and not the sand. So if you're sculling these shots, you're probably not swiveling enough in the sand. The next thing is you want to feel like you're sitting down a little more than your normal setup. Your normal setup, you have slight knee flexion, you're standing taller. In a bunker shot, you want to do the opposite. You want to bend your knees and get your hands a lot lower because we want to pick the club up. We want to pick the club head straight up in the air. We don't want to be turning the shoulders or dragging the club back. We want to feel like the club goes up right away. Wrist cock, or you just want to lift your arms, whatever you feel to get the club going more up. Straight up in the air. We don't want to lay it off. That's the backswing. So I just think about getting the club up in the air. Now the downswing to me is the critical part. Again, we want to use the bounce of the club, and I also want to use the heel. So when I get in the shot, I don't want the toe of the club passing the heel. That's no good. We want to feel like the heel of the club is hitting the sand first and keeping the club face square to open. So you want to feel like you're digging the heel into the sand, like, really get the heel of the club hitting the sand first. That's what I try to do. So again, I set up the swivel, I get the low hands, a couple practice swings to feel the club going up, and then try to hit the sand with the heel of the club first. Let's see what we get here. There it is. Nice high one. About 6 feet. So it worked out pretty good. I didn't hit the ball. I hit about 2 inches behind the sand, so that's another little tip that you can think about. Obviously, you can't do this when you play, but if you want to practice, you can draw a line about 2 inches behind the ball. That's where you want to hit the sand with the heel of the club. About that far behind the ball, and then obviously the follow through and the body rotation to get the ball to the distance of the hole. So it's kind of a swing where you want to get in the sand, you want to get low hands, and then think vertical backswing, and then dig the heel into the sand. And don't let the club pass your hands. If you're sculling your bunker shots or seeing low shots come out of the bunker, you're flipping. And that's one thing you don't want to do in a bunker is flip your wrists. So again, let's hit another one. We'll start over. Get away from this line a little bit. Right, so swivel, open the face, and then grip the club. So you've already exposed the bounce. Nice and low hands and knee flex, and then up. And let's hit the sand with the heel of the club first. 2 in a row. A little closer, about a foot. That was pretty good. That was neat. So, as the train goes by, a couple little tips for you here today, Colonia. Nikki, thanks for holding the camera. We'll get this out to you in an email in a few minutes. And if you ever want to work on your bunker game, you can contact me or Nick anytime. We'll be happy to show you during the lesson anytime you like. Thank you very much.